A lack of situational hitting came back to bite the Phillies last night. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies HOU Leads Series. Recapping last night's fifth game of the World Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Houston Astros, as the Phillies lose 3-2 to the Astros as they drop this fifth game of the World Series and now are losing the series 3-2 as they head back to Houston for Game 6 tomorrow night. It's not looking too good, ladies and gentlemen. I guess before getting into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Every time I count this Phillies team out, every single time I doubt them, they always fire back. So hopefully, they do tomorrow night. But I'm not really feeling too hopeful about it, I'll be honest. I mean, the situational hitting is lacking big time. Nobody was willing to step up and get a big hit last night. We weren't asking for a big hit. We were just asking for fundamental baseball. Brandon Marsh, first and third, one out, and he is incapable of hitting a sac fly. It's just insane. It's just absolutely crazy. All we need is just simple fundamentals, things that all the good teams can do. But we just couldn't do it last night. We just couldn't do it. And, clearly the Houston Astros are the better team, but the better team doesn't always win. It's just so frustrating, to see this team, play like this. But it's hard to be overly upset. Because you know what, they made it this far. I'm still very proud of this team for making it as far as they have. It reminds me a lot of the 93 season. They really weren't expected to even go anywhere, and they made it to the World Series and of course fell short to the Toronto Blue Jays. But I think 2022 is going to be looked at sort of like the 93 team. Maybe not as much because they weren't in last place the year before, like they were in 92. But still, this is one heck of an accomplishment. As we give the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning, Jeremy Pena singles inning ground ball to center field. Jose Altuve crosses the plate and it's 1-0 Houston. So Jeremy Pena proving why he is a wonderful replacement for Carlos Correa. And you got to give the Houston Astros credit. I mean, certainly there's haters out there that say they're still cheating. I don't believe that. They've made it very clear that they are still one of the best teams in baseball. I believe they probably are the best team in baseball. Of course, the Los Angeles Dodgers, even though they're a first-round exit, I still believe that they're right up there too. You could put the Atlanta Braves in that category, even the New York Mets, still, even though they got knocked out in the first round. But the Houston Astros lose Garrett Cole, they lose George Springer, they lose Carlos Correa, and they just keep winning. They keep putting good ball clubs together. That has to be recognized and that has to be talked about. We pick it up here in the bottom of the first inning. A wonderful start for this Phillies offense after getting no hit the night before. Kyle Schwarber homers on a line drive to right field. That pitch was very high, and he's able to whack it out to right field. A no-doubter off the bat of Kyle Schwarber. His fifth home run here in the postseason off of Justin Verlander. We got ourselves a tie ball game at 1. So wonderful job right there from Kyle Schwarber. A lead-off tank for him. We're feeling pretty down there in the first inning, right? I mean, we're coming off of getting no hit the night before, losing 5-0, and we're already down 1-0 with Noah Syndergaard on the mound. So Kyle Schwarber coming back there in the bottom of the first inning and getting things started with a bang is certainly a great start. But unfortunately, we couldn't do anything the rest of the inning despite having some opportunities. So I'm going to pick it up here in the top of the fourth inning. He does it again. This guy has been a huge pain in the Phillies' backside this entire series. As Jeremy Pena homers on a fly ball to left field, his fourth home run here in the postseason. Off of Noah Syndergaard, and it's now a 2-1 Astros lead. That's the Astros now retake the lead. You're thinking like, oh my goodness gracious, but guess what this offense is due? This offense is due. We haven't done anything since the Kyle Schwarber leadoff home run, but guess what? We're having opportunities. We're hitting the ball hard. Hey, give us some time. We're going to come back and at least make this a close ball game. Then we pick it up here in the top of the eighth inning. Yordan Alvarez grounds out to first. Just a total misplay by Rhys Hoskins. That was one of the awkwardest plays I think I've ever seen. Could have easily gotten Jose Altuve at home plate. Yes, understand he's a very fast runner. Of course, he was still able to tag Yordan Alvarez, but Rhys Hoskins, just the choker, the bobbler. And I hate to attack a player like that, and I hate to sound harsh, and I hate to sound like this, especially in the World Series, but he's just a horrible defensive first baseman. That's just exactly what he is. He is not a good defensive first baseman. He has proven that. Certainly he's had his bright spots at the plate, here in the postseason. Certainly you can name a good amount of them. him. But him as a defender, I'm not thrilled with at all. And it's no secret. Fortunately, Jose Alvarado was able to speed home and score on that one to make it a 3-1 Houston lead. So at that point, you think like it's over. And I hate to sound like that. I hate to count this team out. I hate to sound negative. But just how the making of the Phillies loss. Certainly there was a little bit of some bad luck going against him a little bit. You know what I mean? Just roping the ball right to somebody. It just was one of those nights. It was so frustrating. It was just so frustrating. But honestly, it shouldn't have come down all to that. We had so many opportunities, and we didn't get the job done. So that can't be ignored. That simply can't be ignored. And we pick it up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gene Segura, this got the crowd back in the ball game as he singles on a line drive the other way to right field. Nick Castellanos crosses the plate, and it's now a 3-2 ball game. So the Phillies now are only down by 1. We have first and third, 1 out. First and third, 1 out. And Dusty Baker brings in Ryan Presley to face Brandon Marsh. Boy, oh boy, that did not really work out too well. Strikes him out on 3 pitches. Just a joke. Just an absolute joke. You're telling me that you just can't hit a fly ball to right field for a sac fly? These guys are incapable of just executing fundamentals. It just drives me crazy. And then Kyle Schwarber ropes the ball to first, and Trey Mancini with a nice snap was able to corral that and step on first for the out. You're thinking like, oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy, it's just so frustrating. That would be your final 3-2. Houston, they take Game 5. They lead the series 3-2. And for the first time this entire postseason, the Phillies find themselves losing a postseason series. So that is not a very good feeling. So we have to win this thing in 7 games if we're going to. And I don't see us doing it. I'll just be honest. Certainly it could happen. It can happen. 100%. We got Zach Wheeler, Game 6 tomorrow night in Houston. We got Game 7, Rangers Suarez. I'm not worried about our pitching staff. I'm not worried about our pitching staff. I'm worried about this offense that has completely gone to sleep. And they have lost a lot of their heart. Not saying they can't get it back, but you know what? Every single time that people are down on them, every single time that people are hating on them, they step up. So hopefully they step up, because I'm really down on them right now. But you know what? I have a certain amount of confidence in them that they could rebound from this. I really do. The Washington Nationals won the first 2 games of the 2019 World Series in Houston. They went back home and lost 3 in a row at Nationals Park at home. You think about it, getting on the plane back to Houston, you couldn't get any lower. You go from here to here. You're on top of the world. You won the first 2 games in Houston, and then you go back to your home ballpark and get swept at your home ballpark and lose 3 in a row. So I think things were looking pretty bleak for the Nationals. Recap that World Series as well as that postseason. I remember when the Astros won Game 5 at Nationals Park, I said it's over pretty much. The Astros are going to win the World Series, and guess what? They lost 2 in a row to Nationals at home. So I'm not saying this is what's going to happen here with the Phillies and Astros, but it's certainly possible. It can happen. It can certainly happen. The Astros have had some trouble closing out the World Series. They clearly have. They lost in 6 games to the Braves last year. So hopefully they blow it in Game 7 again. That is what I'm hoping for. Schwarber out of the leadoff spot. Oh, and it was a big one. The line drive home run to right field to lead off the ball game. So wonderful job right there out of Kyle Schwarber. He also was able to draw a walk. Pretty productive night out of Schwarber. Now 5 home runs here in the postseason. Rhys Hoskins, not only did he have a rough night out in the field, he also goes 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. He is just, I hate to say it again, he's a lightweight. You know what I mean? He's just, he can't really step up. And I hate to say that about a guy. I hate to be, I hope I'm not being, sounding too harsh, but it's just so frustrating. And JT Muto also goes hitless last night, 5 chips to the plate. just missing a home run there in the bottom of the ninth inning. Oh my goodness gracious. He absolutely crushed that ball, and the Westchester native Chas McCormick was able to make the catch. So just so frustrating. And Bryce Harper, 1 knock last night. Of course, it was the double off of Justin Verlander. And he also was able to draw 2 walks as well. And Nick Castellanos goes hitless last night as well. And also was able to draw a walk. That final at bat of the, for him in the ball game certainly was a good one. He had a great at bat. Of course, he was, he was batting a little bit last night. I'll give him that. Hey, I'll give him that. Outbound collects 2 knocks last night as well. Of course, they were 2 singles, and Bryson Stott goes hitless and 3 chips to the plate, who also was able to draw a walk. And Gene Segura 2 knocks last night, including the RBI single to put the Phillies within 1 to make it a 3-2 ball game. So, as I said, I got the crowd back in the ball game. I kind of got people energized a little bit, and unfortunately, the Phillies just couldn't build off of that. They just couldn't do the simplest fundamentals. First and third, 1 out, and they strike out. And Brandon Marsh decides to strike out there. And of course, obviously, obviously that's not what he wanted to happen, but it's not that hard. Just hit a fly ball into the outfield. How hard is it? It's not that hard for a major league hitter to just hit a fly ball in the outfield. I'm not saying it has to be on the warning track. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. Speaking of Brandon Marsh, his performance last night was able to draw a walk, but I'm very disappointed that he could not execute simple fundamentals. The Phillies walked 6 times last night as a team. That is certainly a lot. We certainly had our opportunities, 100%. But we strike out 12 times as a team. We collect only 6 hits as a team on 2 runs. The Astros collect 9 hits on 3 runs. Just another disappointing performance. Go take a look at Noah Syndergaard's start. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, all 2 were earned. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4. Hey, you know what? I'm not disappointed with Noah Syndergaard. I mean, that's what he's going to give you. It's a shame that he's at this point of his career now. He almost looks like he's like 38 years old. He's completely changed as a pitcher. I don't know if he'll ever start again. I really don't know if he'll ever start again. I think he just might be a middle reliever the rest of his career. You know what I mean? He just doesn't have the stamina. Fastball just doesn't have a lot of life on it anymore. I mean, none of this is news. None of this is news. You know what I mean? None of this is really that surprising, but at times, I mean, his stuff really did look electric last night. I'll be honest with you, in this 3 innings of work, but of course, the home run to Jeremy Pena would end his night, Connor Brogdon, 2 innings, 1 hit, and he strikes out 5. Very good work out of Connor Brogdon. Very good job. I continue to be, pretty impressed by this Phillies bullpen, Jose Alvarado, an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and Strandon Dominguez, 1 inning, 2 hits, one run, of course, the run was earned, 1 walk. He is just so wild. I mean, all these wild pitches and allowing runners to move up. This can't keep happening. This can't keep happening. He almost blew it into the championship series. Luckily, Bryce Harper picked up the team and hit the go-ahead 2-run home run. Because God knows we would have even made it. Of course, we were winning the series 3-1. David Robinson, an inning, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. 1.35 ERA now for him here in the postseason, and Zach Eflin, an inning, 2 hits, and 1 strikeout. Was able to escape some danger there in the 10th inning. I guess not that it really mattered because, of course, we lose this game anyway. The Phillies strike out 12 as a staff last night, only walked 2, and of course, as I said, they allowed 9 hits. So we got a day off today. Of course, it's a travel day. And yesterday was supposed to be the travel day. And today was supposed to be Game 6 in Houston. Of course, they're going to have to compete with Sunday Night Football. Of course, Game 7 if necessary. Game 6 tomorrow night in Houston. So we're going to have to go in against Flavor Valdez, a guy that absolutely dominated against us, shut down our offense, and we did nothing against him. The only thing I'll say here that I actually feel pretty good about is, hey, this is the second time around. This is the second time around. And you remember when the San Diego Padres faced Zach Lear for the second time around, they did a much better job, if you all remember that, right? I mean, they did a much better job the second time, and hopefully that's what happens here with Flavor Valdez, right? So I don't see us mowing him down as badly as he did before, but certainly this is not going to be an easy task. But hey, this Phillies team has stepped up. When everybody's down on them, everybody's given up, they step up. I'm not saying it's going to happen here, but there's still reason to have hope. It's not going to be easy, but some things are worth fighting for, and there's still reason to have hope, and there's still reason to fight. So there's still some positivity here. I mean, let's not give up just yet. It ain't over till it's over. Of course, they do trail the series 3-2. All they have to win is just win 2 in a row. That is certainly possible. The Astros did it. Of course, the Astros are, clearly the better team here. The Phillies are here. Anybody has a shot. I don't care, better team or not. Anybody has a shot. Anybody has a shot, and history should prove that. So 8:03 to first pitch on Saturday night. Zach Lear 1-2 with a 2.67 ERA. Hopefully he's not like how he was, last time. What was it like? 3 straight doubles. We're down big. To start the ball game. He was not very good at all his last start. So we need him to step up and bounce back. I think he'll be much better. And you know what? I hope the Astros think they have the World Series won. I really do, because they're going to let their guard down. Hopefully that's what happens. Hopefully they let their guard down. So let them think that it's over. Valdez 2-0 with a 1.42 ERA. This is not going to be easy. We just got to keep going. I love that we wore the baby blue uniforms last night. I think that was great. Of course, it was a Thursday night game. Of course, that wasn't even supposed to even happen. Of course, as I said, the series in Philly was supposed to end on Wednesday night. So that was an extra bonus. This wasn't even supposed to happen. So guys, that will be the last game at Citizens Bank Park until April of next year. And this is my last time recording in the studio. I'm finally moving to my permanent new home. Home that I've been waiting for a very long time. So I'm very excited. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Handsome Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Piazza Media. Card text 267-225-3992. Email me, phillieshandsomemedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luca. I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phils. I'll see you guys.